a mic. This is my bike. And this is Harman Phoenix 200. Hey, little tiny dog. F11 at 250th. All right, so Harman Phoenix 200 is a C41 color negative film from the same people who brought you Ilford black and white films. Company out of the UK. It's a 200 speed film, although the data sheet says it's a 123, so I'm shooting it at 100 today. On your left, Harman also makes reference to this being an experimental film and basically a way to fund more color films to come in the future. I've already seen that they've released red, which is Harman Phoenix rolled backwards so that you're shooting through the red layer first. And even then they say it's a 125 speed film. So that just tells me that putting 200 on the box is a way of them marketing this so they can put it next to Kodak Gold or Color Plus. This film has strong grain, high contrast. It really likes a lot of light. And I'm shooting it in 120 today because the amount of grain that this film has is subdued on a larger 6x9 negative. Shooting through the Fuji GW690 today, that means I'm gonna get 8 shots, 6x9 negatives. I feel like it has a really painterly vibe on this larger negative, where on 35 it looks real crunchy and grainy. You going that way?
Yeah.
All right.
Get through this one and the next one.
You can't go anywhere in this town.
Prayer.
Yeah. All right, well. Boy, the construction in this town is just out of control. Of course, the bike we're on once again is the Surly Karate Monkey. My preferred choice in photography bike. Built up by my homeboys at Monkey Wrench Cycles. Let's see here, can I get through this way? Nope. Well, maybe. I have never been this way before. Look at that. Some apartments up here that used to be the old waterworks. Have some nice cooling towers on them. We've got a nice puffy white cloud, blue sky day. So I think we're gonna go shoot that. Another characteristic of this film is its lack of anti-halation layer. So specular highlights tend to bloom, much as they would with something like Cinestill or any sort of cinema film. Doing a little off-road in here. That's what's nice about these big fat tires. We don't need roads where we're going. All right, so we've reached our spot here. All right, we're gonna rock up to this light pole here. All right, the lens on the GW690 is a 90mm 3.5. That's the equivalent of a 40mm 2.8. So it's basically a normal lens, normal wide. All right, we're gonna bring this up, gonna get rid of a lot of the white pavement, get a lot of that blue sky, puffy clouds. F11 400th of a second. So We'll go f9 at a 500th, because I don't have a 400th of a second on this lens.
It's like a neighborhood.
Gonna shoot it from the other side. Get an f11 at 500. No traffic. We'll see how that turns out. Riding by the children's zoo. It's a cool little children's zoo. If you got little ones, easier to do than the Omaha Zoo, because you could do this zoo in like an hour. And they still have red pandas. Jump across the street to the Sunken Gardens. No bikes allowed. Bummer. Well, I did not want to lock my bike up. So let's ride around this neighborhood. There's cool buildings to shoot. Let's go down this alley. Oh, cool. Gotta shoot this. What we're looking at here, 5.6, 125th of a second. Gotta back up just a bit. So we can get a little more of that foreground element. Nice glow off the bumper, maybe that'll shine for us. Here we go. Cool. Soundtrack for today's Cali Massey. The album is Laughs, band out of Chicago. My buddy Eric turned me on to them. They are post-punk, punk rock. Reminds me a lot of Mars Volta at the drive-in. It's pretty cool. Check them out wherever you get your music. Getting into the Mount Emerald neighborhood. All right, there's an old historical house here. I'm gonna get my bike in the shot. Lean up against these lilacs here, if I can. F8 of 500th of a second. Vertical composition. This will look really cool in black and white. Will look kind of Addams Family-esque. Maybe in a day for night, but we're shooting color film today. Here we go. That'll probably be pretty cool. Just like that, 2 shots left. All right, this is one of my favorite buildings in town. Shoot it from across the street. Lots of my friends have lived here over the years. Back when it was cheap to live here, probably still is. F11, 500, F10, 500th, okay. All right, last shot. Eagle-eyed viewers will know that I've shot this building across the street in a previous episode. Looking for a place that's cheap. Both of those units have spaces available. It's a nice place to live when you're in college because you're not that far from the drunk tank. So if you go out and you have too good of a time, you're not that far from your house. And we're in the Edbert neighborhood now, south of downtown. I think we're gonna shoot this scene right ahead of us with the graffiti, cop cars, and yellow arrows. And this will be our last shot. F11, 500th of a second. Make sure nobody's coming up behind me. Gonna focus on the cop car, that should be a good medium ground. And there we go. All right, well, that's our last shot for the day. So as always, if you like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe. If you have any bikes, cameras, or film stocks that you want to see featured on this channel, let me know in the comments below. See if we can make that happen. And as always, I will link this ride to my Strava account in the description below so you can see where I've been. And if you want to know where all these cool things that I'm shooting are at, you can take that ride for yourself. All right, until next time, peace.